sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots, next on Madden NFL 25.
We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. A good one here in the AFC East, so glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, for years, this division was dominated by the Patriots, winning 16 of a possible 17 years. But the last 4, it's belonged to Buffalo under Sean McDermott. Now, though, this seems like it's anyone's division.
No question. I mean, you mentioned the Patriots. Obviously, they have one of the greatest traditions of winning in the history of the NFL. New coach, new era. We'll see how that unfolds. You mentioned Buffalo. But I think if I'm a New York Jets fan with Aaron Rodgers back under center healthy, and what Mike McDaniel is building down in Miami, you said it, this is really a division that over the years was a one-horse race, and now I think all 4 of these teams entering the season think this division goes through them.
To return, it's Antonio Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Whenever he comes in the game, you know exactly what you're going to get. He may not be one of the ultra-talented superstars or anything like that at the quarterback position, but he's a reliable presence in the huddle. He brings a lot of stability to this role, and he is capable of doing his job well and more than giving your team a fighting chance.
Brissett going to open with a pass. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks.
So you work all week on your opening script, Mike, and what happens? Well, that opening script is going to have to wait until your second possession. The defense comes out with a big stop early. They get the interception, and now it's the opposing team going out looking to take this early lead.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Huntley. He'll get this to the former Falcon, Jonnu Smith. A gain there of 21. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. First and 10. Now the man signs from Washington. It's Antonio Gibson. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
So after that turnover on the opening drive, the last thing you'd want to do here, Mike, is go back on the field and just go 3 and out. So they pick up a 1st down. They're able to extend this possession. It's going to go a long way towards just settling everybody in that offensive huddle down and letting the rest of this game unfold.
We're set now on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Play fake to Stevenson. Now Brissett. Working free downfield. That's Polk. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
A nice play here by Jalen Polk, and here's a guy we saw in 2023, Mike, his last year in college, really have a career year in both catches, yards, and touchdowns. He kind of jumped and burst onto the scene. He can play inside, he can play outside. He has great hands, and sometimes even when he's covered, you can just throw it up, and he is about as good of a jump ball winner at the receiver position as there was coming out of this draft class.
Javon Baker was the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. Brissett gonna throw again. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's gonna set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
To the left side here, caught by Baker. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. And here's Stevenson. Powering forward. He's in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Huntley now. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Achane. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They're going to continue to be aggressive, especially through the air, and if they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Sending a receiver right. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Brissett. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun is Brissett. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Brissett. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer to punt. Out to return for the Dolphins, it's Braxton Berrios. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. It's a pistol snap for Huntley. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On 2nd down, Achane. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing, Huntley. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Now, faking the give. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Huntley. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Huntley. Sending it deep for Waddle. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
Here's Bryce Behringer now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Quick throw, taken in. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's 3rd and 7. Man in motion is Berrios. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Here's Gibson. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Brissett. Middle of the field, that's taken in by Baker.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now it's Brissett. That one on target, and Polk's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brissett. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and 5. To the air again is Brissett. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Huntley. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Huntley. That one taken in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. That'll be, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it, and the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Now Huntley. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yardage last season. Good here for the first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
That's taken in by Achane.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Second and a yard. He'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone. Jonnu Smith, touchdown, Dolphins.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Strong. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The home team's offense and running back Antonio Gibson heading out onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll get this to Baker. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Brissett gonna throw. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Operating from the gun is Brissett. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Brissett will get this complete. It's poked over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That one caught by Polk. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They put Smythe in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
Here's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Here's a give to Achane. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Huntley. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Huntley. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll toss it here to Achane. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Man in motion is Berrios. They'll run right here. It's Achane. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
That's taken in left side by Smith. He is in. Jonnu Smith, touchdown Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. That other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Jones now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now Gibson. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down. To throw is Brissett. Off balance throw. It's complete. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He was trying to get it to Jalen Polk that time. And it'll bring up second down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On the handoff, Stevenson running left. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Play fake to Stevenson. Now Brissett. That one on target, and Polk's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here is Brissett. That's complete to Baker. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And they'll run it here with Stevenson. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Mario Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Patriots are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Sending it deep for Waddle. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Hill brought in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. His kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Brissett.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Brissett. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
3rd and short yardage. It's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the handoff, this is HN. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stay on the ground with HN, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. In motion, it's Waddle. They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
There's that man again. Another catch. They'll look to pick this up. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Brissett. He'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
Throwing again, Brissett. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath we've seen a few times, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
To the air again is Brissett. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a handoff to Achane, running left, and he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back, but the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline, nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. They motion a receiver right. They'll go jet sweep and do it with Hill. And he's going to take this all the way home. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Brissett gonna throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
He'll get this to Baker. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Brissett gonna throw again. That's to the right side. He's got Polk. And he's gonna be taken down right at midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Keeping it in the air. Here's Brissett. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun is Brissett. Quick throw, taken in, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing on 2nd down, Brissett. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Now Brissett. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he is out of bounds, well shy of the marker. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.